Million could be years. On 1,000 maybe worlds.
Mic check, mic check. Alrighty then. Welcome, gents. Welcome to the stream. Let's do some flying in Georgia. I don't know if you guys know it or not. Motors are banned. No motors in Georgia anymore. Totally banned. But we don't care. We don't need motors. All right, guys, get your files loaded up. Get your flight plans loaded up. Your weather presets loaded up. We're going to hit the fly button at 6:15. We did 6:30 or 3:30 or something like that the other day. We're doing 6:15 because I don't want to wait around another 15 minutes for you guys. So get it loaded up. Get time.gov. And I should put like a message on there. But remember, don't look at my stream for the time because there's the delay. So make sure you go to time.gov on a browser on your own computer. You guys are big boys. You can figure out how to do that on your own. Time.gov. And when we see 6:15 p.m. Pacific time, or anything 15 minutes after the hour, you click the fly button and we go flying. This could be a super quick flight today. With the wind we have set up, it's I think I'm not going to finish today. Uh-oh. I don't know. We'll see. So basically it's a ridge run. With the wind we have blowing, we should have ridge lift most of the way, at least on the way out. And I saw you in there earlier flying Cheater. Although I've flown here too in real life, so I do know the area. I do know where you're going. Guys, welcome to the channel. We're doing glider flying again today. We're in Georgia. You guys like the Pit Vipers? The shades? I think I should fly with them. You guys let me know in the chat. We also have some emotes, as I think some of you guys noticed. I set that up today. Got a few emotes. I didn't want to fly with you, so I tried it alone. But now I'm awake anyways. Oh. Well, you don't gotta stay up on my accord. Alright guys, I'm showing about 5 minutes here. I gotta not be distracted by the chat myself. Make sure I click the fly button at the right time. Own Pit Vipers and live 20 minutes from there. Oh, well, Sneaky Boots must be in Utah. Good evening, Noob Variety. I watched your YouTube video on weather for soaring, and I'm still struggling to climb to higher altitudes. Right. Well, I mean, it's kind of hard to say, unless we see what you're doing. I mean, there's still always a degree of uncertainty. So, I mean, you set the weather up for good soaring conditions. Sometimes you just can't soar. Sometimes you just don't have it. Also, it is a skill, and it takes some time to learn. When to turn. You enter the lift, the vario starts beeping. When do you start turning? Which direction do you turn? How tight do you turn? And things like that. So you kind of just, it's kind of one of those skills that you just have to learn over time, And fasten seatbelt, tray table in the upright and locked position. We got no seatbelts here, baby. You don't need the seatbelts in the simulator. But yeah, so Some people, like in real life, just kind of never get it, and it just like never clicks with them, and they kind of always struggle with thermaling. And for others, I think for those of us that do get it, there's kind of a moment where it just kind of clicks. Like with a lot of physical skills, you just got to do it a lot. And you start to. It's a lot easier in real life too, because you can physically feel the thermal lifting the glider. You feel this vertical acceleration, right? You don't have that in the sim. You're just going by the sound of the vario. And for someone who has a lot of experience, with soaring, you can recognize that sound and associate it with the climbing. But if you don't have that real world experience, it's probably going to be a bit trickier. Okay, I got 3 minutes here. Remember, guys, time.gov. We're clicking the fly button at 6:15. Which sound am I listening out for? Is it the high tone or the low tone? It's the high tone. So the frequency and the pitch of the beeps increases with increasing lift, right? So as you enter a thermal and you start to rise, the tone is beep 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 beep. It's like an accelerating tone. It's an accelerating vertical air. So you're listening for those beep, 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 beep. And you'll also see the little needle. I'll point it out when we get in the sim, but you'll see the needle, and it gives you an actual number, a reading, too, as to what the vertical velocity is. I'm used to measuring that in feet per minute. The glider does either in meters per second or in freedom units in knots. So it's... But a knot, like 1 knot is close to like 100 feet per minute. So if I'm going up like 5 knots, it's like 500 feet per minute. So a really strong thermal is something like 800 to 1,000 feet per minute. That's typically the sort of the high end that you'll see. But you can climb in something as little as like 100 feet per minute. But typically, to actually make progress climbing in thermals, you're looking at like 300 or 400 to 600-800 feet per minute. That's kind of like the range that's kind of typical. All right, guys, I'm showing 1 minute here. Remember, there's a delay, so it's less time for you guys. All right, I'm loading in. All right, we get situated. So as soon as you get in, guys, click ready to fly, and then right away go to your weather and make sure your wind is right. Make sure the time, set it to 1 p.m. right away, as close as you can get it to 1 p.m. And wind from 300, we're doing 10 knots. And set your gusts to the same direction, even though we're doing no gusts. 300, and the gust per minute, I should be in the other screen, so you can see that, okay? As soon as you get in, do that. Hopefully you're already in. Alright. Those are awesome, but a little too dark. Guys, we got custom emotes, we got channel rewards. Let's see. Do we got everybody in the game here? Let's take a look. Let me take a look. Let's show you guys the task here. Little nav map. We're kind of going up the ridge here, up the valley. And going up the valley, gonna turn around and come back down and land at only landing at a different airport just to make sure that Microsoft Flight Simulator didn't get confused with the flight plan with which airport we're trying to go to. So it's kind of a thing. And let's see, that's good. Let's check the VFR map. Let's see. So I see a couple of gliders in here. I see at least one on top of me, and then I can see. I got Cloud Hopper online. Well, he's not flying with us though. I got Space Vampire here. And Bumblebee. Alright. Guys, we're here at Lookout Mountain Flight Park in Georgia. They fly hang gliders and paragliders out of here. And the scenery is pretty good. There's these little cabins here. Some people live there, some people rent them out and fly here. And then there's hangars down at the north end of the field. Yeah, 85 degrees Fahrenheit. Yeah, we're gonna do 85. We got some nice looking flat bottom cummy clouds. And we've got a decent amount of wind. All right, Bumble's ready. And let me see. Let's bring up. See if VFR map shows the task. Should. Yep. Yep. That's good. Okay. And let me just go into my flight computer here. Task not started. Oh, let's try to get into... Try to get the multiplayer thing working here. See if this will connect. Yeah, system not available. Oh, there we go. Create flight. Flight title, G. Start time 1. Alright, well, I'm not sure if that's going to work or not, but in any case, alright. Alright, let's tow up here, you guys.
Alright, got your cable connected.
Alright, got your cable connected.
Pick up slack.
Take up the slack and give her a launching. Flying the Discus 2C again today, of course. My favorite airplane. Blah blah, rudders, elevator. Let's launch.
All out, all out.
All out, all out. We are climbing on launch. My Vario is not beeping. I have to just turn the computer off and on again when I get up in, when I get off of this tow. And I forgot to set my altimeter again. But that's okay. And I'm off tow. Alright, let's turn this thing off and on. And then check the pressure. 29. Gotta put this in freedom units, and yeah, let's dial that to 29. There we go. All right, let's find some lift. So I'm showing a 12 knot wind out of the northwest, which should give me ridge lift along this ridge over here on my right. As well as we got lift under these clouds here, so. See Space Vampire on the runway down there. And my landing gear that I always forget to put up. So this is a very famous spot for flying hang gliders. I've flown here a couple of times. Nice spot. You definitely don't want to be here in the middle of summertime when it's freaking hot and humid as hell, though, because it is humid here. 2,600 feet. Bumble, I did not set a maximum start altitude. And there's a little bit of ridge lift coming up here right over the ridge. So this is the kind of day, guys, where we can use the ridge lift to either climb very slowly or just maintain and wait for the thermals to come through. How high would you like to go before the start? You know, I think let's just kind of see what we're getting to. See if we get up to the cloud base here. Not feeling those tunes to begin here. Yeah, I'm circling in light lift here. Looks like you're down the range a little bit. Still only one in the multiplayer thing. Yeah, let's see if I can see that. Oh, I see you there. Yeah, Bumble. I don't know what RX 419 is. But yeah, you show up on my screen there, so that's good. Ah, you didn't join. Well, I show you on my screen now, so. Let's say, I think I set the cloud base to, I set the cloud base to 4,000 AGL. So let's say 4,000 feet. It looks like it might be quite a bit higher than that. There's Space Vampire down below me. Looking cool. Looks like he's climbing pretty good here. It's working now? Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, let's climb to 4,000 and cross the start gate there. And I'm in this thermal. I'm kind of drifting towards it at 3,500. So I'm kind of thinking I might cross it. I might just drift right across it as I'm climbing. Getting some pretty nice light lift. Hopefully, newbie variety is still watching, and so you can see you're climbing right up underneath this cloud here, and I got a pretty gentle bank angle, just kind of working some light lift. This is gonna be a combination of thermal and ridge lift because we've got the ridge down here, and we've got a wind, pretty decent wind, still here, cool. Pretty decent wind coming up there. There's Space Vampire out there. So the positive number is the rate of that you're going up. And now ignore it right now, it's showing plus 19. This is a bug that we've been seeing where it just like it's showing max right now, like it's pegged for some reason. I don't know why it's doing that. I was definitely not going up at that rate. I don't know if it's a bug with something within the sim or if it's this airplane in particular, but... And now I'm not going up, showing negative, and you can hear the tone is going... It's the dull, low tone. So I kind of flew out of that thermal. And check Space Vampire out here as I come around. So he's doing a little bit better than me. He was below me and now he's a little bit above me. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over there and join him. And again, the Vario is peg. That's not accurate. But I want to follow him. He is finding me some lift here. He's at 4,100 feet. And I'm about to hit 4,000. So Space Vampire should be starting. We decided we were going to start at 4,000. What's my wind right now in the weather tab? I'm at 3,990, so I'm going to just start. Wind in the weather tab is showing 8.2 knots from 300. I said it's a 10, but it decides it wants to be 8.2. Alright, so I'm going to start the task, which is crossing this magenta line right here. And the first turn point is at the end of this ridge. And look at that fatty cloud. And we've got ridge lifts, so this is a day where we should be able to fly fast most of the day. And I should have checked my ballast before taking off. So I am carrying a total of 229 pounds, which on a day like today we maybe could be carrying more. Okay, same for you. Okay, showing you the same wind. Okay. Alright. So it's pretty much a ridge run. We'll have, you can see the wind direction, 11 knots going straight into this ridge here. So we should have ridge lift all along this ridge, which means we can fly pretty fast. But then we've got a little bit of a crossing to do once we get to the end of this point here. But fortunately there's a big old cloud right there. So I'm just gonna boogie to that cloud, flying 91 knots right now, pretty fast. I'm just gonna get there and then do a little bit of climbing before tagging the first turn point and then and crossing this valley. This is the town of the city of Chattanooga, Tennessee, right up here. We're right on the border of Georgia, Tennessee, and I think it's Alabama, like all three states right there. So we may actually cross all three of them, I'm not sure. So now if I'm flying here and the Vario's beeping, that means I should fly faster. So I don't really need to climb. Let me show you guys real quick what we have on task today. 194 or 149.8 miles going up this valley and coming back. An out and return-ish flight. And I'm thinking it could be a pretty fast one, which I kind of need because I don't really want to stay up all night. And Bumble's got to get to bed. Now as I come up underneath this cloud here, I'm going to pay attention to the Vario. See if it starts beeping. And if it's strong, I'll turn in it. If not, I think I may just go for this next one in the distance here, as that's kind of where the turn point is. I should be upwind of the cloud a little bit, so I'm not. I'm kind of downwind of it. But I've been running this ridge, looking for the ridge lift. So this is maybe not a bad line. And I sort of started the task first, led I'm leading out, so these guys following me will see what I do, and then when I do something stupid, they can know not to do that. And yeah, no beeps under this cloud, probably because I'm downwind of it. Light lift there. Okay, so my first turn point is a small one, so we do gotta actually hit this spot here. It's right at the point here, point of the mountain that sticks out here. So I'm just gonna tag this point, coming right up on it now. The purple circle there. We're over Chattanooga, Tennessee. It's a pretty nice town. Represented nicely in the sim here. I'm just about to hit it right now. It should tell me. Why did it not? Oh, did I not start? Oh, crap. How did I not start? I wasn't paying attention, you guys. I didn't start the, Oh, crap. Oh, you know what? I think it's doing that thing where it was navigating me to the first turn point again. Oh, crap. I gotta go back. Well, technically, I'm not penalized here because I didn't actually start the race yet, so... Oh, Bumble says he hasn't started yet either. Okay, well, you guys get a little quick tour of the ridge here, and now I'm just gonna blast back here. I should be able to fly pretty fast right along the ridge and get a little bit of ridge lift. Go back and start. I don't know, why did it do that? Sometimes it sets like the airport as like the first waypoint, and it doesn't. Yeah, so you got to make sure that it says task started when you cross the start line. That's yeah, that's kind of annoying. Luckily, I didn't get too far. Always does for you, huh? Well, we'll just head back. Luckily, we have an airplane with a lot of performance, so... Some other guys flying out here tonight. There's that nice lift under that cloud we were looking for earlier. But I gotta... Hopefully it'll be there when I come back. Wow, the wind just spiked up to 20. I am just getting huge lift right there. Sped up to 120 knots. And still going up. Yeah, this is some ridge lift here, guys. Yeah, I need more ballast. Now I kind of want to... I hope when I cross the start line in this direction it doesn't say task started. Let's see what happens here. I'm going to slow down as I fly away from the ridge. Always something not quite working right. Yeah, I guess I skipped the waypoint at the airport. Yeah. But I toggled, so I'm wondering if I just toggle it to there, if it'll actually start the task. I'm thinking it might. But I'm just gonna go touch the airport since I know we've done that before and it made it work. But now I gotta climb back out. But that's okay. We'll do that. I'm not sure what happened to Space. I think he's on the course. I think he has started. All right, let's fly right over the point here that is showing. This is a spot that I shouldn't have to tag. You know, and sort of if the instrument was set up right. I think it's just a not really a bug, but just kind of a confusion with the way that Microsoft Flight Simulator works with the flight plans. Because we're kind of loading these tasks is kind of like a hacked flight plan. So, from what I understand, Bumbleboo says he thinks you can skip it if you select star as the next waypoint. Yeah, I'm just gonna tag it because I know that'll work. We'll just stick with what I know works for now. Then experiment with things another day. It's frustrating because it's inconsistent. Sometimes it decides to do it one way, sometimes another way. So almost there. Only 0.6 miles. Crossing it any second now. Lookout Mountain, okay. Alright. Now we gotta get back up. There's a big cloud over there. Alright, false start. On the offense. 10-minute penalty. And there's that nice big old cloud over there. That's where I'd like to be. I'm thinking it might make sense just to hit the start here and just go for that cloud. And RK Aldrich is a new follower. That's my dad, guys. Hey, Dad. Thanks for joining us here on Twitch. We're flying gliders in Georgia. Lookout Mountain Flight Park. I've been here IRL. Might be kind of a ballsy move just to start the race right here and just go for that cloud. Let's do it. Screw it. We're flying the sim. We can do whatever, right? Although that big cloud is freaking off the course line, so I'm gonna cross the start anyways. Maybe if I turn sharp, I can avoid it. Whew, narrowly avoided it there. But there's no clouds in the immediate area. Let's see, I can hang out here in the ridge lift. It's not really getting me up. that cloud has drifted well beyond the course line, so it would be nice to get there, but it's going to put me well off the course. So Bumble says he couldn't avoid it anymore. See you later. Yeah, go for it, brother. I got this big fat cloud here. I'm not sure if I can work this cloud and still be on the safe side of the start line. Yeah, I think I can actually. So the start is actually like a half circle that goes like this. That crosses the diameter of the circle. So if I'm over here, I should be okay and not count as starting, which is kind of right where this cloud is. So I'm gonna go over there, and that might just drift me across the start line. We'll see what happens. Well, dang, there's some pretty strong lift right there, but not really workable. We're gonna go over here. We're gonna go to this cloud. See if we can get some lift. So Bumble and Space Vampire are both ahead of me on the course right now, but remember, glider racing like this is basically like an individual time trial. So, you know, whoever wins the race is really whoever does it in the lowest time. So they can be ahead of me, and you know, I could still actually, you know, do it faster than them, but probably not, especially Bumble, because he's always you tricked me into starting on a lower altitude. It's a mind games. Yeah. Oh, you're fine. I know this site like the back of my hand. You don't need to be high here. Just go. I might trick myself too. I'm not sure if it's gonna cross the start line or not. I'm like right on the edge of it. So I'm like going to this cloud over here. Okay, it looks like it didn't start. That's good. I'm at 2,400 feet. Definitely need to climb. I think if you get up to cloud base here today, that you can just absolutely blast through this course. Just fly super fast. And that's kind of what I want to try doing. Some decent lift here. We got 5 knots, 6 knots. So new B variety if you're watching. So I fly into this area and I'm kind of looking for the... I'm looking and listening. I'm kind of waiting till the lift starts to peak, and now see, now I want to turn in it. I see 9. And now I want to try to maintain a bank angle that's going to keep me, or a turn radius that's going to keep me in the strongest part of that lift. And sometimes you got to turn pretty aggressively. You think you want to be really smooth and you know, really conservative with your turns, but sometimes you need to be aggressive. This one's pretty big. It's a big fat thermal, at least so far. So I can be pretty chill. I'm still flying too fast though. I'm trying to slow down. Takes a few circles to kind of get linked up with it. Sort of find. We can also use this flight computer. Has a thermal map. So as I come around here, every time it plots a green circle, that's lift, I'm going up. A red circle is sink and you're going down. And the bigger and fatter the green circle, the darker and bigger the circle, the stronger the lift. And this is a really nice thermal. I'm turning pretty wide circles and climbing at 7 knots, which is about 800 feet per minute. A nice climb rate. And the yellow triangle on the airspeed indicator here, about 57 knots or so, is the best climbing speed for this aircraft, which means I'm flying slow. Or flying too fast. I can fly a bit slower. It's kind of tricky of balancing airspeed and turn radius, and finding the staying in the thermal. And that's kind of new to me, is thermaling while paying attention to your airspeed like that. I'm used to thermaling flying a hang glider, and you kind of just do it more by feel. And we're climbing really nicely here. Oh, I said we were going to start at 4,000 feet, didn't I? That means I gotta bail on this thermal. So now, yeah, I'm gonna bail on this thermal and put the spoilers on. I'm gonna kind of come around this start and come around the line and hit the start line and try to hit it right at 4,000 feet. But I said we were gonna start at 4,000 feet, but we didn't set a max speed, so I actually can turn this all into speed here. I actually dumped way too much altitude, 3,800. And now I'm just going to fly on the left-hand turn and come around and cross the start line. Here we go. Now I should safely cross it. There we go. Under 4,000. 3,900 feet. Task started. 3,900 feet, and I crossed the start line doing 76. That's pretty good. Now look at this big old cloud. That was over here. It drifted downwind. And Bumble, he's way downwind of course line over there. I think he was climbing in that cloud. So that might be an advantage for me. Let's see if I can catch up. We got Bumble over here. And we got Space Vampire on my left. He's super high, 8,000 feet. So he's doing good. And I'm gonna kind of just head towards this ridge here, see if there's gonna be a little bit of ridge lift. And the clouds are pretty far between clouds. Definitely don't want to go to that one. That's way downwind of the course line. You can see the wind's crossing it from the left. So if I go there, I'm going to drift way to the east of where I need to be. If I bring up the VFR map, you can see the course line. Well, it doesn't show the first leg for some reason, but I got to get to this point here. Let's get her trimmed down. I'm holding a lot of pressure on the stick, on the yoke. Not hearing any beeps coming over this ridge here, but still gonna head this way. Once I hit this point here, I gotta make a left and I gotta cross. And it looks like a big blue hole to cross. So this could be an into a headwind. So this could be a tricky leg here, actually. Now Bumble, he's downwind of the course line, but at 7,200 feet, he's got a big altitude advantage. I'm kind of liking where he is, seeing as there's not really pretty far to glide to get to these next clouds here. But I may not need them, actually. I really kind of need to get to the next ridge. We're basically going to cross into another valley, and there'll be another ridge like the one I'm on. And that ridge should produce ridge lift. And we're kind of just going to just run up the valley here in Tennessee. Coming up on the town of Chattanooga. $3,400 feet. Flying at 70 knots. Let's see. The McCready setting. I think I want this to be 0.7. Let me dial that up. This is something I need to learn a little bit more about. So I'm not really going to tell you what I'm doing. I just think that that's what I should be doing. Dang, like no lift at all. Whoop, just as I say that, a little bump. Like no ridge lift at all coming up off there. I think I'm just high, I'm just above it. Above the lift band. Dang, now I got a big blue hole to cross into a headwind. This is, turned into another one of those tricky ones here, guys. Alright, coming up on the first turn point. Turn point 1, okay, that's it. A little bit of lift right here. Be a nice spot for a climb. Oh, and then there's some massive sink. Get out of that. Alright, what are my options here? Well, if it doesn't look good, I'm not super high, 2,600 feet. I think I'm going to try to cross and get on the other side of this ridge and see if there's some ridge lift there I can work. Oh, well, maybe there's some lift here. That's bumpy. Flying almost directly into a headwind here. Oh man, I'm gonna get drilled here. A little bit of lift there. Well, this would be a nice spot for a climb. It's strong, it's bumpy. Let's see if I can turn in it. That is not a nice thermal like that first one that I had. But alright, I don't want to try another turn there. Getting smacked. Look in this direction. Here we go, here we go. $3,200 feet. Climbed a little bit there. That's definitely definitely a better position than I was in. And it's strong. It's punchy and scratchy. Scrappy. But I am climbing. Climbing, turning right over the town of Chattanooga, Tennessee there. So I come around and see Lookout Mountain coming around on my nose now. 3,400 feet. Still climbing. So now this is a thermal where there's no cloud, which definitely can be the case. It's not necessarily a thermal under every cloud, and there's not necessarily a cloud above every thermal. And this one is strong and scrappy. Another thing that's happening too is because I'm on a headwind leg of the task, while I'm thermaling here, I'm actually sort of making negative progress. So I'm drifting backwards. But I'm also climbing. Climbing pretty okay. Up to 4,000 feet, back to 4,000. And my numbers are improving. This is the arrival altitude at the next turn point. Ah, this is a punchy one. Still at 4,000 feet. Those last two turns, I didn't get anywhere on it, so I'm just gonna go wings level and kind of see if I re-find it here. And now I'm just gonna proceed. There it is. And get back around back in it. Oh, this is a really small thermal. And I'm getting nowhere on this, now I'm just wasting time. Alright, well that improved my numbers to get to the next turn point at least. So let's go ahead and move along here. Now I've got like a cross headwind. The next turn point shows me arriving 135 AGL. That would be an okay altitude to be there. And then it's this this other valley with a ridge, and with the wind, we should have enough to kind of just run the ridge. And I might not need a thermal anymore, so... Now I'm thinking I may not need any more altitude. Let me fill you guys in on the task for today. We are in the map. We started out down here at Lookout Mountain Flight Park, and we went to Chattanooga, and now we're heading up into Tennessee. We're gonna fly up and down this valley, back down, sort of an out and return, 150-mile task. Thinking this should be a bit of a quicker one today than what we've been doing the last few days. Well, it's like half the distance of the last few days, so. Task time is showing me 13 minutes now, so it's not terrible. So now to the next turn point, if I get lift like that, I'm just going to porpoise fly in it. I'm just going to slow down and speed back up. I am not on the heading I need to be on. If you guys are new to flying gliders or soaring flying and you're having trouble, you need some help or whatever, check out the Discord server that I set up down below, link down below. Join us on the Discord server. I just set up a new forum on there, and we're going to start posting links to info, knowledge base, or just ask questions, and we'll do what we can to help you out, as well as helping you join us here in the game, in the sim, flying with us. Just gonna porpoise fly in that lift. Speed back up here. Bumble up on my left here is at 4,400, and Space Vampire as well along the course here already. They both started before me though. So join us on the Discord if you're curious. Also, you can just join us in the game anytime. Gamer tag, that info's up top. Designed by Dave, and the server is West USA. We're flying in, well, we started in Georgia, now we're in Tennessee, kind of right on the Georgia-Tennessee border. I think it's the Georgia-Tennessee-Alabama border, actually. It's like, there's like the 3 states, or whatever the next state over from Georgia is. I think that's Alabama. I have to look that up. This is a beautiful part of the country. Very green here. Don't come here in the summertime. It's hot and humid as hell. And absolutely miserable for us West Coasters. I was here this summertime or 4th of July. Like, oh my dude, the humidity was, I couldn't take it. I just totally couldn't take it. I would go outside for like 5 minutes and then have to run into the AC. Like it was, you know, with like thunderstorm all night. It's like pouring rain. They get up in the morning and it's wet. And then the sun comes up and like by, you know, it's like 98 degrees by 10 o'clock. So it's like a freaking sauna, dude. Like outside, it's, couldn't do it. They're spoiled out here in Southern California. It gets hot, but it doesn't get humid like that. Not humid like that. A little bit of lift here. Still kind of dealing with this headwind. So you can see I got to get, you can see the terrain drops off here. So there's a big, this is a big old freaking valley that runs north-south through here. And so yeah, check out the wind direction. The wind's blowing like right up into that face. So I just got to penetrate into the wind, get up over that ridge. And the computer is telling me I'm going to be there 500 feet, which is plenty. But that's some nasty sink, which is making that number not look great. So, yeah, if I don't make that glide, I'm going to be in those trees there. It should be okay. Might just kind of squeak it in. There's some clouds on my left, you know, I could go over there, but that's not on my course line. You know, if I was trying to be safe, I'd probably go that way. But we're going to live dangerously because we're in the sim and we can do that. I am going to veer a little bit off the course line just to get to this ridge a little sooner. You know, if you can see here, the blue is my heading, the orange is my track, and the magenta is the track, and the orange is the course line. But I can get to the ridge a little bit sooner, heading away from the course line, and that's where I expect there to be lift, and also just the terrain drops off, so should be able, you know, be safe there. I won't impact the ground. Versus if I just go straight to the turn point, got to fly longer over this forest here, so and my numbers are not improving. Keep getting worse. So I'm hoping I can squeeze out right through here now. Oh, this is feeling kind of sketchy here, dudes, in this headwind. 10 knot headwind straight into it. There's some lift though, that's good. There we go. That was all I really needed right there. Ooh, this is looking a little sketchy. Just gotta get to this ridge line here and I'll be cool. Bumble looks like he's on the other side of the valley over there. Ooh, am I gonna make it? I'm gonna make it. Bumble's headed back to the turn point. I can see him right there. He's going to go tag it. There's a big cloud right here too. So this is good. Whew. Talk about squeaking it out through here, guys. I did enough squeaking on the other night in New Zealand. Let's see if we get some ridge or some cloud lift here. Yep, there's the ridge lift. Ooh, or the cloud lift, the thermal lift. That is strong, baby. That will be nice to turn in. Oh, come on, that lift was wicked strong. Where is it? That was a big area. Wow, not a big area. Alright, let's just run the ridge here. So I pause the music. So there's ridge lift along here. So pretty much all the way north here to our next turn point, we have this ridge lift. So I could just fly, pretty much just stay in this stuff. So I think that's the best strategy. And then if I find a good thermal lift, then climb in that. Coming back, we have to tag some turn points on the other side of the valley. I could go out to those clouds and look for some lift. Search for some thermals. And there we go, tag that turn point. But I think I'm inclined to just keep pressing forward. I should be able to stay at least level with this ridge and get out to these clouds up here, and that'll be a more efficient path to fly. So we're going to try that. Wind has got a bit lighter, so we don't have a ton of ridge lift. Only seeing 9 knots, but it is beeping as I fly along here. That was something. I'm not able to fly super fast along here. Where am I down here? 2,600 feet. Let's just porpoise through that little bit of lift. Fly fast across this gap here. A lot of fields to land in down there if you had to. Yeah, look at this cloud right here, right on the course line. Dang, that's strong. Alright, let's try turning in that. Oh, is that just gonna sucker me in? Come on. Wow, getting a lot of that. Well, maybe not. Maybe we can get it here. Oh, it's super small. Alright, no more of that. Well, maybe there it is. That's going to trick me into it again. Wow, as soon as you turn away... Maybe there it is. 3,400 feet. Let's see if I can stay with this here. Just like a gust here. Alright, I'm out of that. It's too small. I don't want to spend time struggling with that. I know there's better climbs out here, and I don't need it. So I'll just porpoise fly in that stuff. Just pull the stick back and climb. Let it climb. And then just keep pushing north. Trying to fly this fast today. It's just something I think I'm not very good at. I tend to be really conservative, and when it comes to racing, you kind of gotta know when to be conservative and when to be aggressive. And some guys are really good at it. Some guys are hit and miss. Some guys, one day they're really good at it. The next day they're too aggressive and they just drive it into the ground. I got some clouds here above me, in front of me. Not super dense. So we'll see what kind of lift they, if anything, from those. They fly up this beautiful valley here in Tennessee. I spent a week here at a hang gliding competition one year, basically just in the rain for a week. That was pretty lame. See if we get anything as we come up under these clouds here. Bumbleboo, are you already on your way back from the back down south from the, I think, the third turn point? Hitch Mountain. Hinch Mountain. Man, that's a laughy face. Being Space Vampire. No, it looks like you're headed back down to me. Space Vampire looks further north. You must be on the other side of the valley, or you're like really close and it just doesn't look like it. Oh yeah, you're pretty close. You're kind of out over the valley. Okay, never mind. Yeah, I caught up with you. We got light lift under this cloud here, boys. Do we turn in it, or do we just hang out? It's light. We don't spend time turning in light lift today. Bumble's at 46. I'm at 56. Or sorry, 35. Where did I get 56 from? Just gonna porpoise fly this lift to get a few beeps. Kind of cross this gap. "31 miles to go up the range to Hinch Mountain. Then we turn around and come back down the other side of the valley. Or we won't have ridge lift. Because that valley that'll be in the lee side. Although you don't have to fly down that side of the valley. You could fly down this side, but we do have to cross the valley to touch the turn points over there. So, and I'm just basically porpoise flying in the ridge lift here. When there's lift, I slow down, and when there's not, I speed up. Now I've caught up to and past Bumbleboo. Some turbulence and a little bit of lift there. Slow down in this lift. And then speed back up again. Porpoise flying up, down, up, down, up, down. All right. Now we're racing. Get the dance club tunes going. Flying the Discus 2C again. This is my go-to airplane. There's a couple other glider models. I don't know, might be interesting to check out. If there's one thing that I would like to change about this airplane if I could, would be basically like double the size of this screen. Because, you know, this computer is what I'm looking at. It's a bit small for me to see just in this, you know, in the stock standard cockpit view here. A little more lift there. Ooh. A little rumble and tumble. Gonna cross this sort of big gap here. And get back on the ridge. See if we can find some more lift over here. Guys, if you're watching over on YouTube, there's a link to my Twitch channel, twitch.tv/designbydave. If you come over there, we've got the links to the Discord server. You can join us on Discord, which has information on how to join us, mods we use, and basically how to link up with us for flying and racing gliders in Microsoft Flight Simulator. Join us on the Discord and on Twitch if you would like to. Got a couple guys flying with me here. A Space Vampire out in front of me. He's flying the Discus 2C. He's up to 8,500 feet. He's high. And behind me is Bumbleboo, also flying the Discus 2C. Bring up the map here to show you guys again where we're at, what we're doing. About a third of the way through this next leg, and this whole leg here basically is one big long ridge, and we've got a little bit of ridge lift the whole way here. So I'm not really too concerned about clouds or climbing. I'm just concerned about flying along the ridge. I should be able to stay up, and if I can find a good climb, I'll take it. But at least for this leg, I don't need it. And it does look like there's some nice clouds up ahead here. You know, I could kind of go out for that one, but there's a big one right over the ridge here. So that might be the one. But if not, I'm just going to keep flying north. I'm kind of a bit far back from the ridge now to be in the lift band. Some turbulence there. Dang, is that real lift? It is. Do I try to turn in that? I've gotten suckered into lift like that here before on this day. Small areas of really strong lift is something I've seen today. If you can work it, you'll go up like crazy. But you can see I gotta be super aggressive. But I'm going up. Here we go. This is a bullet thermal right here, guys. But it's working at 4,100 feet. If I get nice and high in this thing, then I can just fly really fast to the next turn point. I'm fighting with this one. It's a rodeo. $4,500 feet. And if I can't stay with it, I think I don't want to. I don't want to fight with it. If I'm not in a consistent climb, then I think I should move on. It's not very consistent. 4,700. All right, if I'm not connecting with it on this next turn, then I'll bail. $5,100 feet. Well, I'm glad I didn't bail. 5,500 feet. I think I saw a space vampire up at like 8,000 or 9,000. This isn't super duper strong lift, but it's turned pretty consistent. And it's fairly strong, just as I say that. And Bumble's passing me up again. He's either passing me or he's coming to join me in this thermal. Looks like he's coming to join me in the thermal. And I'm getting distracted. I'm looking for him. Get back in it. Wow. Gone. Gone. Nope. Yeah, he's above me. He's at 6,400. I'm gonna kind of go fly underneath him. I sort of lost that thermal, but Actually, looks like I think I drifted a little bit downwind of it. This is where it was here. Yep. Back into it. Wow, the thermal visualizer map really helped there, as with having a friend to fly with, because he marked the lift for me. I just saw him at 6,400, which means I should be able to climb at least that high. This is where being in VR would be awesome, because I know he's like up here, right? But I can't, I mean, I can do this to look, but it's not the same thing. And then you also can't, you lose track of where you're flying when you do that. So there he is over there. He's above me. It's a pretty good time to be getting nice and high on this task. 6,000 feet. Ooh, come on, and out of it. Keep flying out of the downwind side of it. $6,300 feet. Almost at like 75. Yeah, falling out of the thermal on the downwind side is just like, that's just how it is sometimes. Yeah, this is a tight thermal. Oh man. Alright, I'm bailing on this. Bummel's way above me here. He's at almost 8,000. He's got 1,500 feet on me, but there's some clouds up ahead, and let's see if that'll give me some better lift. Spending a lot of time struggling with that. So I'm just gonna fly fast over those clouds and get on the course line here. The 24 miles to the next turn point. But that was some nice nice altitude gain there. So now I'm flying quite fast. A big towering cloud right here, this guy. Space Vampire is on his way back down south. He's making good progress. He started before me, but he's definitely moving. He got stinking high. When he gets stinking high, then he can just fly fast through the course. So. Let's see if I can get up into these clouds here. Semi-dark, nice flat bottom cloud here. Let's see if that does something for me. There's some strong lift. I think I want to just get to this next one. I need to get upwind of it a little bit. Get to the left. Get to the left. Now fly right through this light one, and then we got a denser one right beyond it, so we'll look for some lift in there. Night night, Sneaky Boots, thanks for stopping by again. Not on a final glide yet. We've still got quite a ways to go. But thanks for stopping by, glad to have you again. We'll probably be back on, well, for sure Saturday, Sunday. Then maybe we'll do one Friday. I think tomorrow I need to take tomorrow off. No lift under that cloud. And we should come out of this one and be right underneath this darker one. There we go. That's what we want to hear. Well, not very big. Kind of search here a little bit. There we go. Another area, pretty small lift. Bumble above me there at almost 8,000. Let's head towards the upwind side of these clouds here. That was feeling better. Light and scratchy again. After yesterday's flight, I could do without light and scratchy. I'm gonna head around the upwind side of this cloud here. Where am I here? 6,300 feet. Well, here's some nice light lift. It's well behaved. Alright, let's get nasty in this cloud here, boys. Come on, cloud. There's stronger lift in here, but it's hard to work. Bumble eyes show at 9,400 feet now. And try to roll out a little bit. Change my turn radius. See if I get synced up with some stronger lift. 6,900 feet. Nice. Now that I like. Come on, stay with that. Stay with that. Man, let's go get nasty in this cloud. Nasty, dirty. Come on. There we go. Stay with that strong stuff now. $7,200 feet. There we go. That's what you like to hear. Keep going up like that, baby. Come on, come on. No, 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 no. Come on. $8,000 feet. Climbing right up through this cloud. The lift is stronger as we get higher. Looks like Bumble's circling right above me. Yep. Not that much higher than me, though. I'm at 84. It's probably gotta be around 10 grand. Wow, that's disorienting. $8,800 feet. Oh, he's at 12,000. 12,000 is stupid high for this area. But if he's at 12,000, I should be able to get to 12,000. I'm at 9,200, so I got a couple 3,000 to go still. yesterday we were in the situation where he found that one good climb and got way above cloud base and was able to kind of just fly the whole task. And I spent the whole day scratching low. Never got up. You know, really good. So today I'm thinking I would like to match his altitude. At least. I'm at 9,400. Alright, we're dancing with this thermal now. Did we lose it? Is it gone? Bumblebee, 11,000 feet. We lost it, but we refound it. 9,800 feet. And the lift's getting stronger. $10,000. We are climbing. $10,700 feet. I saw Bumble at 12, so if I get to 12, I'll stop climbing. And then we'll start racing. Although he pushed on, he's way ahead of me. But he started way before me, so we're probably about tied right now. 11,000 feet. One hour 15 minutes. Oh right, we can see the task time, duh. 1 hour 8 minutes. Yeah, so I was pretty close. $11,300 feet. wonder if pausing the game pauses the task time. I'm gonna think that it doesn't. Because I'm about to handicap myself here, if that's the case. Right, there we are, 12,000 feet. Not with the thing up at the top. Yeah, no, I wouldn't think so. But that's okay. I'll take a 1-minute penalty. Because... Wait, is this showing me? Oh, I'm on the wrong page, that's why. Yeah, okay, alright. I gotta go for a fluid exchange break, boys. You guys should do the same. I'll be right back. Alright. Back on task here. Let's get this going. Yes, that does not pause the task time. Oh, escape. Oh, let's try that real quick. Alright, so I'm showing 1 hour 11:44. Alright, 1 hour 11:48. Aha, it does. So yeah, hitting escape pauses the flight computer time. So yeah, now I know how to pause that when I so, and that's fine, that's fair. If you need to get up, go for a pee break, just pause it, you know, hit escape. Alright guys, I'm at 11,700 feet, so we're flying fast now. A little bit too fast. I want to trim her out here for 100 knots. Got 15 miles. It's telling me I should arrive there 6,800 AGL. Oh yeah, yeah. No, definitely not serious competition here. But of course, I want to win. Flying over Tennessee here now, guys. This right over here. I'm pretty sure this is the hang glider. Yeah, that's the hang glider paraglider launch. Like right there, that clearing. I've flown there one time. You land down here. I think that's it. I'm not doing a good job maintaining heading or airspeed. Bumble's ahead of me there at 10,000 feet. He's got to be pretty close to the turn point. Actually, I can see on the computer here. Should be able to see. Zoom out. Yep, he's hit it already. He's turning back. You can see him there. And the overlay is stuck again, right? Thank you. You're just telling me that to distract me so you can fly faster than me. Wait to tell me that when I'm in a thermal. All right, now we're boogieing here, guys. 105 knots. Guys, I gotta work this week, and I gotta work next week, but then I got like 2 weeks off. So, I'm thinking we'll do a lot of streaming, a lot of flying. We'll need your suggestions for some big flights or some challenging flights. I set key bindings for Page and Zoom, by the way. Yeah, that sounds awesome. I'll have to look into that. So if you're not joining if you're not on our Discord server, join the Discord server and hit us up in there. Flight plans, flight suggestions. There's also a suggestion box on the Twitch page, the info section down below. Hello up there. Yeah, I'm a little bit above you. You're just right over here on my left. We're just passing each other. I'm coming, he's going. I can't see it though. I can only see your tag. Too small for it to render the airplane. So the turn point is like, there's sort of a peak over there, I guess. $10,500 feet. And I've slowed down. I want to be flying 100 knots here. I want to be flying really fast. It's going to be tough to get it trimmed out at the airspeed you want. Because as you speed up, you accelerate, and then you want to climb. So you got to kind of get it in a steady state. All right. And with that, change it up a little bit. Change the tunes up. Guys, don't forget about the channel reward points, too. Which I have called beep beeps. And you earn beep beeps by watching, and it's sort of in the chat down that way. Look for the little blue button, and you can redeem those beep beeps for, you know, doing cool stuff, making me do cool stuff. And that's just something fun to play with. Got that now that we got the affiliate status on the channel. Also have custom emotes. We have like a cat. Fun things we can do in the chat now. Alright, coming up on the turn point here. Airspeed 98 knots, altitude 9,600 feet. We're just blazing in here to this turn point. We're going to tag it, and then we're going to basically do a 180 and head back down the valley. Lots of clouds, I think, along the way. Let's take a look. External view. Space Vampire looks like he's probably close to finishing now. Alright, almost there. Buck Creek Ranch up ahead of us. We're not going there though. We're gonna just tag this turn point, just like the yeah, whatever this peak over here is. I do know the name of it. Hinch Mountain. I'm just about to hit it right now. The computer will tell me Hinch Mountain okay, and then I'm just gonna do a 180. Boom, Hinch Mountain okay. Now we turn around and head back down south, down the valley here. And look at that big old fat cloud. I think we fly just right into that cloud. And porpoise fly in it. Alright, let's take a look at the task here, show you guys what we're doing, where we're at, where we're going. And we've hit the, kind of about the halfway point. We started down here at Lookout Mountain Flight Park and hit Chattanooga. Crossed over into this valley. And then we're headed up to Hitch Mountain. And now we're going to fly down the other side of the valley. And then we're going to finish a little bit south of Lookout Mountain. Total flight distance is 150 miles. So not a very long task today compared to the ones we've been doing. But that's okay. I wanted a little bit of a shorter one today. See if we can get one that's a decent race time. Yesterday we were hoping to have a good race, and it turned out to be a survival game for me. It's just scratching it out. If you guys were tuned in yesterday, and with a very exciting finish, I was able to scratch it out and get in. It was not a sure thing, but it made for a good challenge with some incredible scenery down there in New Zealand. That was a fun place to fly. So as we get some lift there, we just pull the nose up and slow down. And I'm going to slow down a bit as we go through this cloud here. Hello, Victor Sanchez over on YouTube. Thanks for joining us tonight. Where are you watching from, Victor? We are flying here in Georgia. Or sorry, we're in Tennessee, actually. We started in Georgia, crossed into Tennessee. Basically right on the border. And now I'm headed for these clouds. 150-mile task today. About halfway through. Got a couple guys here flying with me. The usuals, Space Vampire and Bumbleboo. I'm just gonna go punch right through these clouds, see if we find some lift in here. Bumble's ahead of me, a little bit below me. We all started at different times though, so we're not sure who's actually in the lead. You are Mexican. Ah, well, thank you for joining us. Ooh, yep, there's some lift in that cloud. Just pull the nose up. And the lift's gone, so we'll just... Nope. It's a little lumpy in here. A little lumpy. That turned a little bit there. Let's get back on course line. Alright, we're just going to fly out of there. Don't need to try to work that lift. speed it back up. Turn the Vario sounds off because we're gonna be flying in the blue for a while here, and probably don't expect much sound. I'm gonna bring the airspeed down a little bit. I don't think I want to fly 100. Let's try to trim around about 85 knots here. I think that's maybe a good speed. It's a little bit faster than what the McCready is telling me, but I don't know if I'm using that. Actually, that could maybe rephrase. I'm pretty confident I'm not using that correctly. Something to learn about. As we head back south here. 60.89 nautical miles straight line distance to go. We gotta tag a couple of turn points, so it's gonna be a little bit more than that. Maybe 65 or 70. A nice looking day here in Tennessee. Some good clouds. Ooh, excuse me. Respond to that guy. Check the socials. And a new low pod rated your channel with 4 viewers. Well, thank you for the raid, and welcome raiders. A new low pod. We are flying gliders today at Microsoft Flight Simulator. Flying the Discus 2C in this very flashy livery. Where are you guys coming from? What were you doing? I assume you were flying. But let me know in the chat what you had going on. Thanks, a new low pod. Let me show you guys the task since you guys have showed up here. We are here in Northwest Georgia. Started in Northwest Georgia, crossed into Tennessee, flying up and down this valley. I think it's called the Sequatchie Valley. Can't remember exactly. It's a total of 150 miles. Sort of an out and return with some specific turn points to hit. And about halfway through it. Got some good climbs, got up to about 12,000 feet. And that allowed me to hit the halfway point, turn around and head back down south here. And now I've just been flying really fast. And I likely won't need any... I may not need any more thermals to get home here. Some turbulence there. Show you my instrument. So the orange circle is the next turn point we have to hit. And it's only 4.7 miles there. And the instrument's telling me I'm going to be there 4,800 feet AGL, which is plenty enough altitude to be over there safely. And then another important number to look at is this one right here. This is my altitude over the finish line. Right now it's negative, which means I do not have enough altitude to get there. But if I see that go positive, like climbing in some thermals or just making, forward progress, then I can just fly home. Fly on in. Now there's some clouds on my left here, which means there could be some lift over there, which I would like to fly through, but that would take me away from my turn point that I need to hit here. So at Basin Mountain. so I think I'm just gonna bypass them. Just kind of fly past. Yeah, they don't look very good as far as producing thermals. If you guys are interested in joining us flying gliders here in the flight sim, we'd love to have you. There's info in the Discord server down below on the page, on the Twitch info page. Join us on the Discord server. I post the flight task / flight plan files and the weather presets, as well as schedule and flight time and info to mods and things that we're using to do soaring tests here in Microsoft Flight Simulator. So check us out there on the Discord if you're into that sort of thing. I'm gonna tag this turn point, and then look at this big fat cloud right here. I'm gonna head that direction. That's where I need to be going. Just close that. Oh, a new low pod. Oh, pod is in podcast. Ah, that's who those guys are. Now I know. Thanks for joining, guys. Alright, tag Basin Mountain. And now, kind of turn right here, due south, basically. A new low pod, as in pod. Cast. Right. Which means Scott by Scott might be joining us here. We're gonna need a moderator in the chat. I think there's some bots down there. We need swatted. Or what's the term they use on Twitch? I don't know. All right, what's my instrument telling me now here? Alright, so my instrument is telling me I'm gonna get to the task finish. Oh, it's kind of improving. So this is looking pretty good. I'm gonna kind of just fly to the finish, I think, here. There's that big dark cloud there on my left. Yeah, alright, let's kind of veer towards this cloud. Not too far away from it. It's gonna take me off the course line a little bit. But actually the wind is gonna drift me in that direction. Turn my stereo sounds back on here. I really only need to climb a few hundred feet to ensure that I have the task here on a safe glide. Sad sound. Alright, come on, let's get some of this. Some clouds suck. Just looking to see if we can get a little bit of lift here. Yep. A little bit of lift in here. I don't think I want to spend time thermaling in here. I'll just fly nice and slow through there. And check out my numbers improving. Now it's showing plus 600 feet. 700 feet at goal. There's the cloud suck. That's when you need this emote, guys. Very nice. Still going up here, flying in a straight line, so we're just flying slow. Not going to spend time circling. I'm just going to fly slow in this lift and then just kind of milk it. And then as soon as I leave the lift, then I'll start flying fast again. I'll speed up. That's 7,500 feet. And then I have another cloud right here. I might get some more lift in. I'm seeing plus about 1,000 feet at goal, which is plenty. And let's see what I get as we come through this cloud. See if we get more of the same or not. Yep, more cloud suck under here. Not quite as much as the last one. And there we go. Coming out of here with some nice extra altitude, 7,800 feet. Now it's showing my altitude at goal at 1,600, but I'm going to be flying a lot faster than that, or a lot faster, so I won't get there with that kind of altitude. But now I can definitely fly to goal, which is a long distance away here. 17.7 miles to the next turn point. You can see I've got to get to Whitwell, and then we cross and head back down here. So we're gonna speed up here and yeah, just head to goal. Let's see, airspeed 92. I'll keep it around 90 for a minute here, and I'm just gonna watch my numbers. And if they're improving or staying the same, then I'll speed up. Actually, I just dropped down to 85. It's hard to get her trimmed. It's hard to get her trimmed here for the right airspeed. Let's go a little bit down trim and kind of slowly speed up. I think Mike just landed. Oh, he finished pretty quickly then. Alright, flying 91 knots here. 80, 90 knots. 88. Showing me getting at a goal of 1,300, 1,500. I do have to cross some elevated terrain, so I probably should leave a bit of a margin there. Yep, really amazing job with finding altitude early, yes. Yes. Yeah, you have such incredible good glide performance with these sailplanes. It definitely is a different beast flying these tasks than flying hang gliders, where the hang glider you have to thermal so much more. You can't go nearly as far. So with these, it really seems like it's a matter of finding that good climb and getting to the top of it, and then you can then you can just get there. Mike, what was your task time? Hour 54. Wow, I'm at hour 40 right now. I'm not sure if I can get there in 54 minutes or in 15 minutes. I didn't have a lot of altitude to spare when I got into the LZ. Well, that's how it should be done. That means you converted all your altitude into speed. It's a really beautiful valley here. These mountains are not nearly as, big or spectacular as the U.S. West Coast or the Rocky Mountains or New Zealand, but it's a beautiful part of the country. Very green here, very lush. It's a nice spot for sure. But there was some strong lift after crossing the river wide too. Okay, well, we'll save some of it for me. Looks like a bunch of people watching over on YouTube. Thanks for checking it out, guys. We've got a lot more info and interaction on Twitch. Twitch.tv/designbydave. There's also a link in the description down below. Join us over there on Twitch also if you're interested in flying gliders in Microsoft Flight Simulator with us, or just by yourself and want more info on that. The Discord server. Link to the Discord server on the Twitch page. I have like a repository of information there, and I share the flight task files and weather presets on the Discord before we go live with the stream, so you can join and fly in here. Got two guys flying with me today, Space Vampire and Bumbleboo. You can see on the screen there. Space Vampire has already completed the task and landed. Bumbleboo is just a few minutes out, and then I'm lagging behind. Although we started at different times, so it's kind of like a time trial, right? So Space Vampire finished in 1 hour 54, and I'm here at 1 hour 43. So I've got 11 minutes to finish and to tie him, which is not happening. I've probably got somewhere around near half an hour to finish here. And I've been flying around 80 knots here, and my numbers are still improving, so I'm going to give it some downtrim, speed up a bit. I'm showing plus 1300 at goal. I'm happy I didn't lawn dart the thing. Yeah, if you lawn dart the sailplane with a wheel on the bottom of it, then you got a problem, bud. Where am I at here? Now, altitude 5,500 feet. It's a little bumpy over here. A little bumpy. I'm not able to fly very smooth and consistently. Launched late because I tried aero tow. There wasn't enough room for the tow plane to take off, but it took off anyway. Yeah, there's kind of barely enough room for tow planes to tow hang gliders out of that airfield. Getting some lift here as I head towards the penultimate turn point. Numbers still showing me they're good at 1,300 feet arrival altitude. Got some ridges to cross. They're not super high, but I'm pretty sure there's kind of like a little valley that you come into in the landing area. Ooh, it is nasty here. Getting tossed around, boys. Coming over the little town of Whitwell, Tennessee. Another spot they fly hang gliders and paragliders when the wind is out of the east. Over here. Pretty sure this clearing on the mountain there is the launch spot. Maybe it's over here. No, that's on the other side of the road, so it's got to be here. I did a bad job today. Maybe I shouldn't have flown with you as I planned. Alright, just hit Whitwell. Let's head over here. 2 HG sledders at Whitwell. Yeah. Alright, still showing me arriving in a goal of 1,400 feet, which is way too much. Nose trim down. Let's speed up. What was your total time, Bumble? Oh, you're not finished yet. Around 2 hours, 6 minutes. Yeah, I'm looking at a pretty similar time, I think, maybe. Start was so bad. Yeah, I got stuck kind of crossing that into that headwind. And then then I had to fly really slow into the headwind, crossing into the valley here where I am now. So yeah, I needed to be higher there. But there was no clouds. There was no lift. Well, there was a little bit of lift, but it was super scratchy and hard to work. So yeah, it didn't really work out there. But that's how it goes. That's how it goes. It's Leo the Lion wants to be your friend. Leo, I will accept your friend request. Yes. And do that now before I forget. Alright, we are now friends on Xbox. And I'm still showing. The numbers are improving, which means I need to speed up. Hopefully get a little bit smoother glide here. Now I have more of a tailwind. Still kind of a cross tail. But I had pretty much a crosswind on that whole last leg. Fly faster. 96 knots. Showing me arriving 1400 AGL. That's a lot. Speed up some more. Might get a little bit of lift coming over the river here. Oh, look at the river here. This is a beautiful sight. Yeah, much smoother glide here now. Alright, showing 1400 AGL. So speed up a little bit. Alright, now I'm sitting there right at 100 airspeed. 4,500 feet. Shows me arriving at goal 1,300, 1,400. AGL still too high. Speed up some more. "21 nautical miles from the airport. 19 to goal. Set the goal up a little bit upwind of the airport. I've been trying to set the start and finish circles so they're not touching the airport turn points, so it doesn't confuse with the built-in flight plans. Alright, now it shows me plus 1,100 feet. Airspeed 100 knots. This crosswind is going to be sort of pushing me away. So now I'm sort of drifting downwind up a little bit. The river down here looks cool, this bridge. One of these bridges. Oh, let's see. Okay, now I'm kind of inclined to slow down a little bit here and then make sure I get across this ridge. Then we kind of drop down into the valley and it's kind of straight shot in, so I'm going to back off on the speed a little bit. that one. Yeah, this is a beautiful part of the country. I'd like to visit here again. Just not in the summertime. I'm flying 82 knots, 3,500 feet. It's telling me I'm going to arrive 1,000 feet AGL. I kind of want to slow down just to make sure I have a comfortable crossing as I cross this ridge and then kind of drop down into this valley. Then it's mostly flat to get there. No other obstacles. So just going to slow down, play a little conservative through this portion of the glide, and then we'll head in. Bumble looks like he's still in the air over there, ahead of me. $14 miles to go. Well, 11 miles to the finish. Oh, and the finish is, do I need to leave an even bigger margin? A little bit. Finish is upwind of the airport, and you still got to kind of have enough room to bring it in for a downwind base final. So I don't want to arrive too much lower than 800 feet. Passing Lookout Mountain Flight Park here. That's where we started. I gotta slow down. My numbers are decreasing here. Plus, I'm getting some sink right here. $2,400 feet. And 11 miles to the airport, 8 miles to the finish. Got some sink coming across there and kind of got drilled. And now I've got to kind of stretch it. Ooh. The town of Trenton down here on our left. Still shows me plus 500 feet when I arrive, which might we might have to roll it in for a tailwind landing here, guys. Ooh, might be getting smacked in some sinking rotor coming over this ridge too. Whoa, now it says plus 200. That's not great. Alright, I think I want to dump the ballast. Let's see if that helps extend the glide a little bit. Oh, this is a sketchy low glide, guys. Boy, some strong lift right there is welcome, though. Oh, and then strong sink on the other side of it. Oh, what am I doing? Get over on this ridge here. Well, there's some lucky lift right here on final glide to help ensure I get there. Now it's showing plus 700. It was down to like plus 100. I have to bail out and land on the frickin' highway down there. I had to scrape the ridge to the left as well. Yeah. Yeah, it's a. I guess that's a tricky thing to learn is when it's such a long final glide. You know, it says you have plus 1,000 feet when you get there, but a lot can happen on a long final glide. You can go through a lot of sink, you can get some rotor, you can get some lift. So, you know, plus 1,000 from 25 or 30 miles out might not be as meaningful as we think. Still kind of learning to fly the gliders. Don't want to go down in these trees out here. Not hearing any beeps. Probably need to get in a little closer if there's going to be any lift. Not a whole lot. I mean, 9 knots is not a ton of wind, but don't want to put your wing in those trees. Oh, the finish line's right here, though. All right. Well, about the finish. Thank you, Bumble. Good job to you as well. And I'm going to cross the finish line here now. Let's see, what's the time going to be? crosswind anyways, yeah. Right. And just getting across the line now. Task completed. 2 hours and 5 minutes. 2 hours 5:15. What was your time, Bumble? Dang, guys, I don't think we even have the altitude for the beat-up landing here. I just kind of squeak it in. 2 hours 6 minutes. All right, second place. Mike just smoked us. What was Mike's time? Hour 45? 20 minutes faster than us? Alright, landing gear down. Yeah, this is going to be kind of a cross tailwind here. This is like a little grass strip here, huh? Well, that's cool. We can do that. Yeah, pretty much just straight across. Hour 54. Okay. Oh, 10 minutes faster. Pretty good, though. I mean, really good. Alright, spoilers all the way on. It's kind of cool landing next to the traffic on the freeway there. Bringing it on in. Oh, I'm gonna run into that tree. Nope. Run into Mike though. I'll just go in for a skid landing there, guys. All right, well done, boys. Couple of screenshots there. All right. Well, that was a fun task. 2 hours is a good. I think 2 hours is a good like weekday task time, right? Let me show you guys what we did today. Completed the task. Started out here in Lookout Mountain Flight Park and flew to Chattanooga. That was fun. And then flew north and turned around and up here in Tennessee and then back on down. So I mean, not the most difficult task, but it was a lot of fun and it was interesting. So a little something different. So I think weekday tasks, like 2 hours is a good time for that. And yeah. Oh, I need to switch back to that screen. So good flight today, guys. Yeah, I think tomorrow probably gonna take a break from this, and then maybe a task Friday. We'll see if it'll probably be another short one like this. But then Saturday, Sunday, some long format tasks I think is what we'll need. So if you guys have suggestions, drop them in the Discord. Anybody else watching, join us on Discord. Post all the info there, and that's where we have fun. So thanks for checking it out. Gonna end this one here tonight, and we'll check you guys next time.